A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Rock it.
2nd and 5. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Lawrence. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Mike 51. Big grip.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Ready.
To throw again, Lawrence. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Alert 3. Shit. Hey, Sam off. Stop.
From the gun, Lawrence. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Single receiver.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Lawrence. That's complete to Smith. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. A 1st down carry for Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Check 26, check 26.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check 3, check 3. Check go.
On the counter, it's Smith. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Hopkins' kick is good. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet? Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to fire one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with a tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Leo! Fight!
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Look at the spin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Down to lose one. Hey, watch it, watch it. Switch. Gone. Set, go.
On second down now, it's Hines. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, set. Third and pace. Let's go. Been a long day for you. Slam. Check. Kill. Greystone trap. Hayward.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Back to throw. Love. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Watch the screen. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 25. Check 25. Go.
Looking to throw. Love. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Play on top deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
6-6, bullet high. Crunch. Back, bang, Charlie. Switch. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Check. Big grip.
On first and 10, Lawrence into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 23 yards, the final tally.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Protein spill. Out. Get it.
A give to Smith out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Look at me. Score. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Okay,
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Hatchet, hatchet. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Here's Hines on the toss play. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check the backer. Check 24, check 24.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Love. And he slings one that's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go, baby. And go.
To throw again. Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Here we go. Hey, lock it. Check 43. Check. Go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Rock it.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 saw. Hey, Sam on. Lee Griffin.
From the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 31-yard line. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet 1st down.
14 more yards. And the Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check 9. Switch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ito Smith, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Love. This will be caught by Brown. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Come on, set. Third and pace. Let's go. We go. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Willis. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Tighten up, Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Love. comes back with one complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Alert 3.
Squeeze.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
55, Mike, got this. Go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. He's got Smith here, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Back to throw. Lawrence. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. Leo. Defib.
On first down, Lawrence. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Looking to throw. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Back to throw. Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the gun on third down. Love. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A 61-yard attempt.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This will be taken at the 10. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Hines. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now it's Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Let's put that team on the clock. Ready, go!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken right on the 30. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you'd think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Indianapolis,